ridges. It'll bounce root. And then down. And this gets all the muscles in your legs going. Up and down. This is how you start. So then you go to 1 foot, twirl, 2, other foot, twirl. Like that, like again. This looks mad, right? And you bring the legs up to the butt, and you do skip. So basically, like doing your cardio skipping. And I'm not doing this. I'm going on my little toes, using the tiny muscles and ligaments in my. D-click, as I call it, and come in. Get ready for the next bounce. See? So you can actually see the warm-up that I'm doing. And I'm moving my arms and moving around. And you can do this with the pole, by bouncing around the pole and making a game out of it. And it gets you going. You can cross and down. You bring your booty into it. Try and bring your booty up and down with the bounce. Reach. Reach. Back to that. But basically you're trying to get the muscles in your feet to do this. And by doing that, it causes you to warm up all those leg muscles. So you're like, why do I need leg muscles? I'm using my hands. But if you're coming down safely, warming up your leg muscles is huge. So yeah. So, because we have to warm up the shoulders first. So, there we go. You bring all of your back onto the pole. Like the whole back, not just... We don't want a gap here, okay? So smush that gap. Right? Bring your booty as close as you can. Shake out your arms. Thumbs out. Push down. Come to here. Allow your arms to be like, feel like someone's pulling them apart. Or not putting your arms behind, just in line. Feel like there's a tug of war, one hand here, and someone's pulling you apart. Pulling, 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 pulling. Hold that pull, and then we're going to come up. And we're going to do gentle, just pulses. Don't allow your back to come off the pole. And we're doing gentle, gentle pulses. So pulse, release. Pulse, release. And that's what we're doing. Then you can grab the pole here. Yeah. Bring your head down. Breathe in. Fill your chest completely. Then breathe out at the top. And try and... It's like you're pushing your hands up to try and like get the muscles to kind of activate and like where you feel them working. Like this. And you're also trying to use your chest to kind of come out this way. And this is, as you can see, it's going up. Because you're trying to push through the arms. You're still trying to keep your back broad and against the pole at the same time. So these will help warm it up. So we're going to go down, breathe in. You should see me do a tiny shake there, because that's how you kind of warm up the shoulders for doing a handspring and iron X, which we're going to be doing. So to come into a straddle without putting like crazy amount of pressure on your legs or whatever, you kind of come down you walk your butt back. When I say walk your butt back, I mean this kind of goes, I'll put my hand on it so you can see the movement. You see? So my butt was here, and you kind of you lean to one side, you get the butt muscle, and then you kind of push it behind you, and then lean to one side, push it behind you. So that kind of it can help if you do it faster though. And then move the legs out, turn the big toes that way, like outwards, and then just you can do this as well. So what I recommend is to move in the stretch, because movement actually calms your body down and your nervous system down, lets it know that it's safe and it's okay. Because usually if you're moving, you're usually not in pain or limping. So, we're just going to move with the rhythm of our body. And again, you don't have to have a straddle this wide. Go to here or to here, or, if you put a block under your butt, like a yoga block to tilt you forward a bit more, don't go to pain. Never go to pain. Only go to like where you feel a stretch, but not pain. Because that's just going to make your body tighten up more. Because when your body feels pain, it thinks it's under attack. When it's, you're not, but on a subconscious level, your body does all these instinctual things that, keep you safe and alive. But so I'm going to constantly move my body. And as someone who's autistic, we do these movements to calm us and relax us. We do it without realizing it. Obviously, as an adult, I don't do these things in public, because if someone took this out of context, they'd be like, she's slightly touched. So, but movement is a natural kind of soothing thing that people do. So it's like, I'm going to go off topic slightly here, but why do you rock a child in a cradle? To soothe the child. Because the movement of the cradle simulates the movement of the woman's womb as the person walks around or does something when the child's in the womb. So if you rock the cradle, it's a soothing thing to the child to put them to sleep. So we're going to rock our body cradle to soothe our nervous system, or our body in general, to feel like you can rub if there's any part that's feeling a bit tight, or you can pat, or you can twist. So I'm going to put it right out there now. The reason why we're doing this is also to warm up these muscles. So that's why we're constantly moving. It's not just for soothing patterns or any of that. And you can see my booty is popping. So this is just without the leg movement. We're just doing the butt. One butt, two butt, two butt. This is important to understand how to turn on your booty. So you're just going to boom. And as you can see what happens, look. I'm not moving my legs, because I assume my leg would just go like that. But watch. You can see I kind of go up a little bit. Because the muscles are tightening here, and that's what helps pull the legs apart. So every time I do it, look. And that's kind of my end range for the moment. And so when we're in the R-necks, we're going to be doing the same movement, flexed or pointed, preferably pointed. So we're going to have the legs, instead of having them like this and just relaxed, we're going to turn everything that way. So I'm going to leave my hands still, and then you're just going to move your legs. So everything's going to try and go this way. I'm going to try and basically point your kneecaps behind you. So that's the position. Because when you do this, it's not just, it's actually making your straddle wider. And the wider your straddle is, this is another tip by the way, another hack, the less gravitational force it's going to have on making you fall out of the R-necks. Because a lot of people can hold it, but they don't get the balance right, or the muscle kind of engagement, right? So what you need to do is practice this on the ground. Just practice doing, you rotate it in, you rotate it out. In, out. So you want to be out. Rotate these toes. Out. Watch them. In, out. So, and obviously try and point. Because it does look, unless you want to be contemporary and like move them like when you're up there, but that's for a later day. So we're going to try here. And you're going to be squeezing your butt really hard, because look, squeeze, not squeeze, squeeze, not squeeze, so squeeze. And then what you're going to do, say this is your top arm, and that's your bottom arm. What you're going to try and do is try and turn your chest that way, towards your top arm, as much as possible. Hold it there, and then try and rotate, like keep this leg rotated this way, squeezing this, because you can see I can rotate it, and then I squeeze, and it gives it a bit more oof. And then, when you do this turn, your chest has to remain facing up to the ceiling. So because if your chest turns this way, towards the bottom foot, which is closest to the ground, you're going to fall out of it. So basically this is your Aisha position. Now, turn everything on. And then, when you're going into an Iron X, it's also the same position. But in your Iron X, it's like your hips just kind of turn this way, but you want to keep your chest pointed this way as much as possible. So let's come out of this, shake it out, pat, 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 shake, shake, shake. Hold the legs up and try and get the position first. So the legs will come out to here. Try and have the top leg, which is this one, this side of the pole. Like even let it slide down. Try and bring yourself down first, but keep the leg on the pole. I'll show you what I mean. And you're going to bring your legs down. Your goal is to get your back onto the ground. Because to do an Iron X, you have to have your body straight. So this is going to teach you how to do it. When you feel like you cannot hold the pole anymore, like you can hold with this, like this as well, allow your legs to come out and down and then turn. Because the minute you tip your weight this way, it's very difficult for that top arm to hold on. Those will have their hips perfectly in line with their chest. What we want to do while we're learning, and fake it till we make it until we become a pro, is obviously like this. But what we want to do is have our hips, have our top leg more in line with the arm, and kind of slightly behind where we are, then straight, because then that's going to have a little bit more weight this way, and we're less likely to fall out of it. If that makes sense. I recommend practicing all this kind of stuff on the ground, so that you get it clear in your head. Another tip, another hack. Get it clear here. Sounds simple. Sounds like, sure, everybody's going to know that. Not always.